OK, let's get some business news. Rachel's here. Hello.
Hello. UK homeowners are paying off more of their mortgages. According to the Bank of England, homeowners increased their stakes in their properties by £3.2 billion in the first 3 months of this year. Well, the rise was caused by homeowners increasing their mortgage repayments and lenders' demands for higher deposits. Well, joining me is Henry Pryor, a housing expert. Henry, why is this figure so significant?
Well, Rachel, we get a blizzard of housing market reports throughout the course of the month, usually talking about house prices, sale prices, or indeed asking prices. But this is the really crucial index that comes out from the Bank of England. It gives us the numbers about the contribution that the housing market makes to the wider economy. So what we're seeing here over time is the amount of money that people borrow against their houses but don't spend on purchasing those properties in the first instance. So this is money that's spent down the high street, as it were.
OK, and so you're saying by us spending more, putting more into our mortgages, we're spending less on the high street. That's why this is so important for the economy.
Absolutely. The housing market is a huge engine for the high street in particular, but for the broader economy as well. And we saw back in 2004, the last quarter, in fact, of 2003, that this number was a positive figure, £18 billion put back into the high street, people buying white goods, new cars, possibly going on foreign holidays, investing in other sorts of assets too, stocks and shares perhaps. So to see this number, which fell below into negative territory in the summer of 2008, just as the credit crunch really filtered through to everybody, to see this figure today at minus 3.2 billion is a very significant number, and it just shows how far back people have drawn in their horns and are no longer investing in that wider economy.
Now, people are obviously doing this because they're taking advantage of lower interest rates, maybe upping those mortgage repayments, maybe keeping them at the level they were at previously when interest rates were higher. Given that, are you surprised that more people aren't doing this?
Well, there's two things that work here. Certainly, low interest rates helps enormously, encouraging people to get back and to start paying down their debt. But don't forget that through the first half of this year, through the general election and now after the emergency budget, the government are not scaring us, but they're certainly making sure that we're all very wise to the fact that there are tough times ahead. So people are quite sensibly putting down their borrowing, driving that down, trying to clear their debts as best they can, whilst they still have free capital to do so.
And what are these figures telling us about our changing attitudes towards our properties?
Well, these are really telling us that people are perhaps mending and making do rather than going out and buying something new. We know that the cost of white goods, TVs, electricals and all that sort of thing has come down dramatically over the last decade. Rather than buying something new, a new flat screen, people are either going to eBay, going to other second-hand sources and buying something that's perhaps slightly used rather than something that's brand spanking new.
OK, Henry Pryor, thank you for your time this afternoon.